questions, you must think I trust you. You searching for answers, I do not know nothing. I see him tweaking, ain't no...
Hey, how's everybody doing today? So this is video number 2. This is John Huey in the uncomfort zone. Today I want to talk about people who vote against their own best interests. Now, I'm not saying that you should be a Democrat. I'm not saying you should be a Republican. But you should vote for your best interests. And I mean, your people's best interests. Don't be selfish and just think about, oh, wow, if I vote for this dude, my taxes are going to go down. Unless you are in the 1%, your taxes ain't going down if you vote for the wrong person. Now, us people in the middle of the economy, we can benefit from people who will cut our taxes and things of that nature. But what I want to really touch on is the Trump. And brothers and sisters that are voting for the Trump. So I went to school with this cat. And I'm not going to mention his name because there's some people that will probably know who he is if I mention his name. But anyway, so I went to school with somebody and we were talking and we happened to talk about the Trump and how he supports the Trump. And I'm like, dude, how can you support the Trump with all this stuff that he says? And, you know, but all he could say, well, only problem the Trump has is that he hates Mexicans. Now, I know just about if you look at everybody's past, we all have skeletons in our closet. Bernie has stuff. Hillary has stuff. All the Republicans have things in their closet. But being that there's only 3 people left running, I'm only going to speak on these 3. I don't know everybody's stuff, and give you full disclosure, I am not supporting the Trump. No way, no how. I cannot support someone that wants to make America great again, because that is code for let's make America white again. Let's get rid of black folks and women rights and the gay and lesbian rights. You know, whether you believe in that lifestyle, if that's what you want to call it, a lifestyle, that's on you. Whether you want to call it a choice, that's on you. Whatever it is, they are human. They pay taxes, and if you pay taxes in the United States, you need to have representation. That's just a fact. That's just like, there's no different, it's like, okay, you go to jail. And when you're young, you go through the system, you get out, and they tell you, oh, no, you can never vote again. Okay, but I still have to pay taxes. So I understand I made a mistake as a young person, but I still have to pay taxes because that's representation. That's taxation without representation. That is part of the reason why we succeeded or we revolted from England, because they didn't want to pay taxes and be represented, their point of view. They wanted the freedoms to do the things that they wanted to do. Okay, let me get off, because I can go on a whole different tangent on that. So back to the Trump. So he talks about black folks in code. He talks about Mexicans, Hispanics, Asians, gays and lesbians, transgendered, military veterans, the crippled, the disabled, anyone that doesn't have the same amount of money that he has, he looks down upon. He has multiple businesses that have gone belly up. He doesn't want to disclose his taxes because he's lying about something. Now, let's be real. This is supposed to be a brilliant businessman. Why is he not revealing what he's so brilliant about? So come on now. Let's be real. Think about the people, you gotta, you just can't listen to this slogan that he said, we're going to make America great again. I'm sorry, but every other damn country in the world wants to come to America. They want to be like Americans. Not necessarily be like America, but they want the opportunities that we have here. Now, if you don't take advantage of those opportunities, that's on you. I understand that we went through slavery. I understand that we're still going through oppression. I understand the Jim Crow, and I understand all that shit. But just because somebody puts you behind the 8 ball doesn't mean that you can't slide to the side. Slide to the left. Come on. They beat us. They put us in chains. They ripped our families apart. They steal our culture. But we still invent shit. We still do things. And if we could ever stop killing each other, we'd be running shit again. It's going to come a time when we wake up. It's not going to happen overnight, unfortunately. It would be great if it happened overnight, but that's not realistic. Realistic hopefully in the next 20, 30 years, things will start flipping the script. And, as the United States gets more, quote unquote, watered down. And, and I was talking to my buddy about this, and he was saying, well, black folks don't understand what went on. I think we understand. And even if you don't understand, you understand when somebody is still stepping on you. And if you don't understand somebody is still stepping on you, then that's a problem. And it might be a good thing. Some our younger generation might not quite understand it the same way, or might not look at things through the same twisted lenses that I did or my brothers did, because my brothers and sisters are quite a few years older than me, and they see things a little bit different than I do. I am more open to other nationalities, other races than they were, because they grew up 10 years before me. My son is even more open because he is mixed, and there are very few black folks that go to his school, and so he has no choice. Now the other people, the people that are born here, and it's a lot of the kids, and it's quite obvious. Kids don't give a damn what color you are, but they'll listen to their parents. But if you teach them and give them an opportunity to use their brain, they will use, and they know what's right and what's wrong. I mean, it's that simple. You have to teach somebody to be ignorant. That sounds crazy, but you really have to teach somebody to be ignorant. You can't just be ignorant. There's different levels of ignorance. There's ignorance of the law, ignorance of certain things. Maybe you don't know the name of planets. You don't know the name of this. You don't know the name of that. But right from wrong, you have to be taught how to be ignorant, how to act like an ignorant person. That is not something that you wake up and you just say, that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be ignorant. No, it's taught. It's learned. You see somebody else doing it. It's like being a bigot, being a racist. It's something that's taught. You just don't, and it's sad. But back to the Donald Trump thing. Now, look, you vote for this man if you want to vote for him. That's on you. He ain't gonna be president. And stop tripping about, I'm moving to another country and he becomes president. Well, let's just do the numbers, okay? Barack Hussein Obama, our president for the last 7.5 years, won by a considerable amount both times. And at the time, and everybody's going, oh, well, we should vote for Bernie. We should vote for Bernie right now because he's the best chance to win. Okay, that was the same shit they were saying when Hillary was running against our president now, is that she's our best chance to win versus him. So now it's always the second person that always has the best chance to win, but it's always tripping me. They don't have the most votes. So how the hell they got the best chance to win? And then, they say, well, Bernie's this, Bernie's that. I'm sorry. Bernie's supposed to be out, and I got nothing against, nothing against him really. But let's be real. This man has been in where he's been in the lily white area where he's been for his whole entire career. What is he doing? What is he truly doing for colored folks? People who don't look like him. You know, he talks a good game, but is he really doing something? I mean, you know, and then up until this year, he wasn't a Democrat. He wasn't running as a Democrat. So yeah, he caucused with the Democrats, but he wasn't. He said he was an independent. So now he wants to run as a Democrat, and now he's mad because the quote unquote super delegates don't want to deal with this brother, this man, and don't want to give him their support. Okay, well, dude, for the last 30 years or however long you've been in office, you've been an independent. Now all of a sudden you want to like flip the script and you want to be. So they're like, oh, really? Really though? I don't think so. So it goes both ways. Either you want to be an outsider or you don't want to be an outsider. Now, I'm not saying he wouldn't make a good president, but I'm pretty sure that he would make a fine president. But let's be real. Hillary's going to win this thing. Now, whether you like Hillary or you don't, she's a better choice than Donald Trump. Bernie Sanders is a better choice than Donald Trump. And, you know, and this is just my own personal opinion. I'm sorry, but, you know, having the opportunity to have insurance for everybody is more important than putting more money in somebody at the top's pocket. And if you people want to say, well, you know, it really pisses me off when people work at McDonald's or some fast food place and they making $15, $16 an hour. Well, that's your problem. Why are you not making more money, whatever the hell it is you're doing? That's a you problem. That's not a them problem. That's a you problem. You know, if all you're making is $12 an hour and minimum wage goes up to $15 an hour and you get a bump in salary and you say, well, what about those people that were making less money than them? Well, that's a you problem. I'm sorry. But if everybody starts making more money goes into the economy. As more money goes into the economy, your job makes more money. So in turn, you will start making more money. Now, it is your management, the owners of your company that don't want to do this. Now, so they could pay these giant companies make so much money. It's ridiculous, but they don't want to pay their employees. Let's be real. Stop fighting at the bottom by, oh, well, he makes $12 an hour. And if we go up to 15 and I'm already making 15, they're going to bump me up to 18 when they give him a $3. No, I'm sorry. That's just how it works. Now, hopefully they're not going to do it overnight. So maybe, yeah, you might get a bump. But if everybody gets a bump, that means more money into the economy. Because if everybody gets more money at the bottom and in the middle, that money goes right back into the economy because we're not wealthy and we can't hold on to that money. We have to buy food, buy clothes, pay bills. But if that money goes to people at the top, they're already spending what they're going to spend. So they're just saving even more money. So it's not going to go back into the economy. They are not going to create more jobs. Okay, so they create another job making $8 an hour. Does that benefit you? Hell no, it doesn't benefit. But if somebody gives you a $3 an hour raise, does that benefit you? Yes, it does. So let's be real about it. And they say, oh, well, jobs or what? That's not true. It's the people at the top that just don't give a damn. They want to make all this money. And I'm sorry, you know, enough's enough. You know, you can stop making, you don't have to make all the money. Spread the wealth. And I'm not saying take it out of you. We don't come with a gun and take it out of your pocket, but spread the wealth a little bit. If everybody else gets a bump, you will in turn too. It might not be as big as it was, but you will still get a bump. But they want to say, oh no, it's not going to work. It's not going to get anything for us. So I don't know. But anyway, this is a long one. I got more to talk about. But again, this is John Huey with the Uncomfort Zone. Check us out at blacktopia.org. And this show was brought to you by the letter D and the number 4. Out.